All right. I've gone through your computer's browser history, and you seem to have a type.
To Dark Souls, bitch! Wait.
Masaru at the Japan Cup All-Star. Wow. Interesting. It's been a while since I've seen 26 minutes long too. Alright. Anyway, that was YAMASOU or YAMASO, however you pronounce it. But yeah, absolutely beautiful routine there that he chose to go with here. First introduction I had to this guy was actually for a Loop Station Circle Jam on the Beatbox community channel, Beatbox Loop Station community channel. And if you guys are familiar with that one, it's the one that came out like 6 weeks ago roughly. He was the second in line to go in that Circle Jam. He had a completely different style in that Circle Jam than he did in here. So that tells me that this guy, potentially, if he does make it through, has a lot of diversity in his kind of styles that he's capable of doing with the Loop Station. So this one here obviously is a more laid back track, more musicality based track. Well, it is a Loop Station, so they're all music at the end of the day, but I still kind of use that term a little loosely when I'm talking about Loop Station, because it's a lot different when you're talking about solo beatboxing compared to loop. But this track was more beautiful in nature. Definitely wasn't designed to be a battle-esque round, which is, you know, something you should probably keep in mind, since it is at the end of the day a battle. But, you know, coming in with this stuff here, especially in an online format, you can definitely get away with more. And also you have maximum freedom of creativity, so do whatever you want. Whatever you want to do is pretty much what you should be doing at the end of the day. So I like this track a lot. Although if SPONG comes in with something really heavy and battle oriented, it could play in his favor if you compare the two rounds side by side, but who knows what he'll come in with. So let's see what he did come in with.
SPONG, I'm from Poland, and this is my Beatland battle round 2. This track is called Thrive.
I like the aesthetic of the video. Like the slight film damage is pretty cool. Gives it like an old school vibe.
Walking down the street one sunny day, feeling lost, I didn't know the way. Then I saw you smiling so bright. Everything changed, you made it right. I never knew you, but now I do. Love bloomed fast, like morning dew. My heart beats faster, feeling alive. Since I met you, I'm gonna thrive. I never knew you, but now I do. Love bloomed fast, like morning dew. My heart beats faster, feeling alive. Since I met you, I'm gonna thrive. Talking with you, time just flew. Our connection grew and grew. Heartfelt laughs, our souls did meet. Knew right then, you swept me off my feet. Life's been tough, feels like a fight. Trying to find my way in the night. But then you came, a shining light, guiding me through, it's all alright. I never knew you, but now I do. Love bloomed fast, like morning dew. My heart beats faster, feeling alive. Since I met you, I'm gonna thrive.
So that's tough. I think that's an original track by Spong. Also, I think YAMASOU was an original track as well. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong there. So it's two original tracks facing head to head here, potentially. At the end of the day, both of them weren't really oriented as a battle round, which is completely fine. It doesn't have to be that way, but obviously is ideal since you are in a battle. But it's not the case, so I think overall, when I'm looking at these two rounds side by side, I think that Spong's is the composition's a little bit more well made, if that makes sense. When you're listening to YAMASOU's, it's a very good track, don't get me wrong, but sometimes the textures of the sounds sound a little bit off, I guess, maybe at times. While when I was listening to Spong's, it felt like flawless almost in a way. I couldn't tell that it was produced on a loop station device, which I've felt that way a few times, but this is the most recent time for sure. When you're listening to Spong side by side, you can kind of see the creation in YAMASOU's a little bit more than Spong's, which sometimes is a good thing, but we're not comparing it in this kind of aspect when they're just two pure tracks. I think this actually benefits Spong a little bit more to kind of have flawless in transitions and flawless creation and stuff and whatnot. So also, yeah, again, like I said, the texture of Spong sounds kind of benefited him as well. It's like during the whole creation process, is really difficult to tell it was made on a loop station. So when it comes to the music though, man, I like them both a lot. Yeah, it's tough for me. I don't know. I think I'd probably give this battle to Spong, maybe. How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, they were both good. And yeah, nothing really much else to say about that. Can't really think of anything. So let's move on to the solo battles here.
This is a flame with aim. How can I shoot your brain? This is a flame with aim. How can I shoot your brain? With my flame. Watch your burn, be flame. People are judging this game. Watch your burn, be flame. People are judging this game. Watch your burn, with my flame.
Wow. All right. So that was CJ, man. Wow. Crazy. clearly a battle round from start to finish. As soon as the round started, he just put his foot down on the pedal and never let go. 115% all the way through. So crazy display of new school technicality there for sure. And yeah, overall a very solid round. Definitely something you want to see for a battle for sure. Comparing it to the 2 loop station rounds we just heard, this is like the completely opposite side of the spectrum there. This one's like 100% full on battle oriented, and kind of leaving the musicality to the side there. But respect all kinds of different music there. This one here though, straight up battle round against B-Art. A lot of new school tech again, a lot of crazy unique CJ sounds in there, chaotic energy from start to finish. Absolutely love it. So decent actually. He's a pretty good matchup I think for B-Art when you kind of think about it, because I feel like he can kind of bring that side of B-Art in his own kind of unique style, if that makes sense, and I guess in a way make it a little bit easier for him to counter potentially what B-Art could bring. So, but this is the Beatland. This is kind of like the Beatbox United format, so creativity is at an all-time high, and we've seen what BR did in the Beatbox United. So with me saying that, it might not mean too much here in this kind of setting. So anyway, good stuff from CJ. Like this round a lot. BR's going to have to do something really good to beat out CJ here in the round that he brought. So let's see what I came in with. Wow.
Wait, who am I battling again?
CJ.
Who?
All right, nice little dig there at the end from BR. Yeah, so that was BR, obviously. I'm not too sure how to feel about that. Very, very good, obviously. When I say that, not trying to be rude, but I seen what he did in the Beatbox United, and this is kind of more in line with like offline BR, you know, like what we see on stage, which, you know, it's not a bad thing at all. He has his own kind of distinctive style, and it was definitely at a full front here, the BR kind of style. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of like it's a very, very good solid track. I don't know what I'm trying to say here to make it like, trying to make my point, so I'll just kind of forget about that. But when I compare these two rounds side by side, I like what CJ did a lot, and I think that him being the new blood here and kind of like not in the public eye a lot, and maybe believe the expectations of what people may think about him, because they're not really exposed to him as much as they are to Beart. I think that maybe CJ might actually get the favor here in this battle. I think both the rounds are very, very good. I like Beart's track a lot because I think it's more cohesive and makes more sense overall in the grand scheme of things when you're looking at the the rounds objectively. CJ's was more chaotic in nature, had no structure really. Well, had structure, just not like a full-fledged 1 minute 30 track kind of structure. It had like his moment kind of structure, but Beart's was like a more of a well-made track, while CJ's was more chaotic. But I like what CJ did in his a little bit more for my own personal taste. It might not apply to everyone. So yeah, I don't know. This one's tough. This one's really tough. This one's like a 50-50 because I like them both for different reasons. But I think objectively, yeah, I think, you know what? I think if this was up to like a judge, I think that Beart would have won the battle, but this is up to the public, so I could see CJ winning this, honestly, for the reasons I said above, but I could be completely wrong. I could like check the votes tomorrow and it could be, I don't know, Beart winning like 5 times more or something. I don't know. But yeah, Beart's a very, very talented beatboxer. He's been around forever. I guess my expectations were kind of like his round against Tropical or something. I don't know. That's a very, very high expectation. Like, he absolutely murdered in that battle. So that's what I kind of like thought in my head before watching him. So my expectations are way, way too high, I think. But with me saying that, he had a very, very good solid round regardless of that. So 50-50 for me, but I'm not going to cop out with that. I'm always going to choose at the end of the day. I'm going to play it safe here. I'm going to say Beart by very, very small margin, I think. Like 51 to 49, or 50.5 to 49.5. But we'll see at the end of the day where the people judge. I think CJ put up one hell of a fight here for sure. A very good matchup for Beart, I think, again. Beart came in with a very solid round. A lot of classic Beart stuff there in that routine. So yeah, I liked it a lot. And I liked both these battles a lot. So anyway, if you guys want to check out the original videos, links in the description, leave a like on the videos. Go sub to their individual channels. That is so important. Swiss Beatbox always puts their channels at the end, but I'm going to say it again just for you guys here. If you want to support me, leave a like on this video, sub to my channel. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next Beatbox reaction video.